to the cloud. All right.
Hello.
Okay, we are recording. Hello. Uh,
We are
hello
very
everyone.
professional.
Yes.
Take two.
I Hi. All right. We can edit that out. Hi everybody. Welcome to the Canva showcase. Our session, Display All Day, creating page turning displays with Canva. Feel free to grab the link bit.ly/display all day Canva. There's also a QR code there. Thanks for joining us. Um, Hi from your friends, Karina and
Rachel, hello. That's me.
yay! So we were laughing because this is like the first time we presented together, and I don't know why it's taken us this long.
This
So
is our fourth attempt
yeah, this is
recording.
yeah. So we collaborate a lot on Canva designs for the library. So we thought this would be a really good opportunity to share some of the things that we do. If you don't follow on social media, I go by Q the librarian. Hello, my name is Karina Quilantan. I just go by Karina Q. I'm a library media specialist. I teach at a middle school. I'm also a university instructor. I'm currently doing my dissertation. Love getting badges. I'm from the Valley, which is on the US-Mexico border. So we're both from Texas, but we're how many hours apart? Like 6, 7?
Yeah, I think 5 or 6. Yeah.
Like 5 or 6. Yeah. So I sit like on the tip of Texas, and when I'm not doing all those things, I like to become one with the couch. And now it's for
That's
Rachel.
me. My
Yeah.
name is Rachel Welsh. I am at Rachel Reads on Instagram and at Rachel Reads underscore on Twitter and TikTok because someone stole my name and I'm mad about it. It's fine. It's fine. This is my 16th year in education, my 10th year in the library. I am a librarian. I've been at elementary, I've been at high school, and now I'm at middle school. I told the kids this year that I was collecting grade levels like infinity stones. So I will
Yeah.
soon have a full set, but I don't know if I will because junior high is a no-go for me. That's a hard pass.
It's hard,
Um,
right?
Girl.
Yes.
Like, so
Yeah.
my middle school is, I know everyone has it differently. So my district has middle school, which is fifth and sixth grade, and then junior high, which is seventh and eighth. And like, no, it's too much. Like when they start turning, like you gotta go. You gotta go. I live on the Texas Gulf Coast. I am about 45 minutes south of Houston. I'm currently teaching in Pearland, which is a Houston suburb. And I'm about 30 minutes from the Gulf. Um, yeah, yeah. In my spare time, I do a lot of community theater. I act and produce and direct at Brazosport Center Stages, which is in Lake Jackson, Texas. And I hang out with my cats, Luna and Stella. And today is Luna's birthday.
Yay! Happy
Yeah, she's
birthday.
3 now. She's a big sassy lady. So I got her some good treats and she's enjoying running away from my affection today. But I got her treats and I got her a new toy that looks like a cardinal and it chirps. And I've been telling her this is why I don't let you go outside because she is like absolutely murdering it.
That's
She's
awesome.
yeah,
It's her birthday. She can do whatever she wants.
that's true.
Yeah,
But she's having way too much fun with this bird.
I love that. Okay, so when Rachel and I were talking about the idea of this presentation, we're like, what is I mean, like there's only so many things you can do with Canva in the sense of like without repeating, I guess I'm assuming some of the topics that you're going to see today, but the reason and there's like so many other content creation tools that you can use, but the reason that we gravitate to Canva is because it's free. We don't have any money. I don't have a budget. It's user friendly. Like I love the user
So
interface
user
of
friendly.
Canva. Like I love how easy it is to find exactly what it is that I need. I don't feel like I'm navigating through like 30 different um areas on a page to find what I need. And it already comes with templates, right? And you could use this for a variety of reasons: displays, lessons. A lot of us spearhead our social media accounts, book trailers for the kids, organizational resources for the library, and then a way to build your brand to help you market your library. In addition to Canva, there's that app integration. Um, I guess what's the opportunity? Well, there's app integration, right? So like you can import and export to various apps that you already use. So like I use this with Google Drive a lot. There's a QR code generator. I could even, instead of going to Bitly, there's a Bitly app already integrated in apps. And then you could schedule your post to social media. And then since AI is all the rage right now, Canva has done a pretty good job at updating the platform to allow you to create text to images, use the beat sync option for videos. There's background removers and just a whole bunch of Canva magic.
Yeah, the
Um,
background images are great. And one
yeah,
more thing. So you talked about Google Drive, but so my school is not a Google district, but we
yeah.
use Canvas as our LMS.
Mhm.
And it is linked in our Canvas pages. It's linked directly to Canva. So all of my classes are immediately there.
That's awesome.
I just have the kids click on that and then they are immediately in my classroom and can share things just with me. It's very student friendly also that
Mhm.
nobody it's a closed system for them. Nobody can get to their stuff.
Yeah,
It's
that,
really
and I think as we learned so many of these tools during the pandemic, it kind of makes you wonder how we're sustaining what we learned in the past. And I've used a lot of LMS integration apps, and
Mhm,
that seems to be very helpful considering, well, like my kids are 101 with Chromebooks.
mhm.
So they do projects on Canva and they're able to share it on Google Classroom with me. So
It's so nice.
yeah, it is nice. Um, but I know we're talking about displays, and there's always that concern about, oh, are we making something just to look nice? Or are we doing it for a certain purpose? And when you choose the tool that you want to use to create your displays, it, these are already embedded into the frameworks that we use in libraries, right? And ultimately, it comes down to creating a welcoming and nurturing environment. Anything that you create on Canva, anything that you print or use as a digital display is meant with the intention of engaging the kids, creating eye catching um, displays to foster their interests, right? And usually we got to ask them what they like and then kind of roll with it from there. So, Rachel, why book and library displays? But why?
Why? So I use library displays at the drop of a hat. I use it to increase circulation, especially for those books that don't get a lot of circulation, your older ones, especially on the fiction side. They're also just fun. You get to do things that are topical. I currently have on Wednesdays we read Pink for Mean Girls. I know that Karina at the beginning of the year made a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle display so they can be all the stuff that the kids are into right now. They can highlight diversity for the different holidays. I've had a Diwali display. Right now I have Lunar New Year coming up, so I have all books with dragons since it is the year of the dragon. So every book that has a dragon on the cover is on that display. We get to promote our digital collections through Mac and Via or Sora. Supports curriculum. We just had Holocaust Remembrance Week, so we were able to support books that were on that topic, and then we get to highlight our resources and programs. So different programs that we have. We have a chess club at my school. So when the chess club first started, I had all the books that were about chess, and then also just included, black and white covers because I thought that was fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, so when we think of displays, we often think of physical displays. Um, like Rachel said, she has themes, right? Depending on current events too. Uh, Not only could it be used just to engage the students, but also those curricular connections with the teachers and just making sure that they're timely and relevant and student focused. Like there's obviously going to be displays that you probably keep up all year, signage that you keep up all year because it's dependent on the functioning of your library. So those are some of the ones that we're going to highlight today as you're watching this. So these are some of the examples, right, that you just said, like some of
I
the ones
like
that you created.
the physical displays because the kids can immediately grab them and take
Yes.
them out. Later we'll get to digital displays, and I do those through social media, but they're not always books that are available, books that are checked out. But the physical displays, I try to keep them well stocked. So once kids get them, I go back through and refill them with different books so that there's always something there that kids can get that they can see. And my kids are very what's the if they see it, they want it. I see it, I
Yeah.
like it, I
Yeah.
want it. I take it and, keep it for 3 weeks. Because they don't always, they kind of, it's like the Target trance, like they let the library tell them what they want.
Yeah.
So the
Exactly.
displays are really good for that because they'll come in and like, oh, look at this one, and we'll decimate my displays immediately. And I have fun putting them together.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah,
Because
the
we're,
dragons Lunar New Year have been very, very popular.
you know what? I need to do that. I haven't worked on
Hmm.
one. I need to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna get with you this week.
All the like Wings of Fire, Aragon.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're
Yeah.
very into it.
Love that. Okay, so in addition to just, okay, so we said display all day, right? Because it's not always just about books. There are physical displays for information that the library users may need, right? Whether it's
Love your
student.
newsletter.
Thank you. Well, actually, that template actually came from another library, and it's you can't see the name, but it's credited there. But whether it's student created displays, like we made signage for library ambassador book picks, where the students that are in my library ambassador program select books they think that they like or that they read and want to share with others, and that's in a certain area of our library. It's also an opportunity to promote those flyers that you might need the community to know about for like I have board games in the library. So I have this signage that I made about like, okay, you take one board game at a time, check it out at the desk, take care of them, bring it back to me so I can fix it up and then put it back on the shelf. So just kind of reinforcing those procedures and policies. Also, statistics posters. So data is immediately on hand because there isn't a 6 weeks that goes by where my administrator says, how are we doing? Because I just attended a principals meeting and people were comparing stats. Not okay. And I email these things, right? But in case they didn't read the email, it's there, right? Um, and then I have this, our library day is, and create a QR code to the library's e-calendar and laminate it and put it, give it to my teachers so they can put it in the classroom so they know what their next library day is. And one of the other ones that I've kept up all day, which is really all year, is students scan a QR code to sign in to the library and it links to a Google form. So the kids already know that when they come in, they scan it, they sign in just to help me keep track of those stats. But in addition to the physical displays, we also have digital displays.
So again, I use a lot of social media for my digital displays because I don't have a smart board or anything that I'm able to show. But this is where I can show the books that we have available regardless of their circulation status. So whether they're checked out or checked in, this also lets kids know like they can put things on hold if they would like to. We can promote our physical and our digital collections because obviously our physical books, we don't have our Sora or our Mac and Via books. And I like I like Canva for this because I can create a general template and then can change it regardless of the season or the topic. Um, I like to show the book covers, and I like them to all be the same size, so I can create it once and then can change the front page or the colors based on what holiday or whatever. And then the books are already in that right size that when I upload the images, all I have to do is drag them over and they immediately populate within that frame, which makes it super, super easy. We love Canva for that.
Yes, I know I do. And so many people on social media also share their book lists. So that's really
Mhm.
nice. That's really nice. In regards to digital displays, I have an interactive board in the library, and I use Canva to create a library calendar and events. So in the event
Are
that, and I'm
blessed. Blessed, I say.
yeah, we got it because of a grant, though.
I
Uh,
I know. I'm
yeah.
gonna have
So
to do that. I'm very
yeah.
excited.
It was I didn't think they were actually going to give me one, but they did. So I'm thankful to my administrator for, you know,
Yeah,
giving one
that's
to
all.
the library. But he is what principal is it? He's very data driven, right? And he just wants to know what's happening. So he'll come in and ask for my calendar. And so I'll create it on Canva and I'll display it on the screen. I'll even have a library schedule up for the teachers just so they know when they come in, like, when can I come in? Do you have anything? It's already there. It's rotated. Um, like on a carousel, kind of image carousel kind of thing. I post the lunch schedule, reminders for the students. Also, book talks made by the students will highlight, depending on the theme of the week or the month, and they'll use Canva to record their book talk, and then we'll play it throughout the day. And I'll even share it on Google Classroom and with the teachers as well if they want to show them in class. So that's just an example of how that looks like, which is really, really fun because it gives the kids the ability not just to take ownership over the book talks and the books that they're reading in the library, but also it gives the teachers an opportunity to become involved in how the library is functioning because then at least if I know that I'm being transparent in how I'm presenting this information, then they're more than likely to come back and start conversations about where we can pick up, where we left off, what's happening in the library, what information they can send back to the students in the classroom. So that's always great. And just like Rachel said about the digital displays, audiobooks are something that my students struggle with trying to buy into the concept. They like the read along books, the read to me books, but audiobooks is a little harder. So I've been using this template that you see here to highlight the books that I have in Mac and Via with a little short summary and then directions on how to get there. I mean, they know how to. We have a whole lesson about how to log into Mac and Via, but I felt like audiobooks were uh, such a great resource, and I want them to know that if I have the physical copy in the library, then they can also use the audiobook to read along with the book if that's something that they're interested in. So it promotes both the physical book that I have as well as the digital collection. And there you go. You got like all this usage, right? Not just the physical book, but also the digital book. And this
Yeah,
can also be created.
I find kids are very out of sight, out of mind. Like they forget that it's there almost.
Yeah. And if
And
we
so
don't
if
talk
you don't
about it,
have, yeah, if you don't have, like the physical, you, the physical representation of it that you have with these images, they just forget to even look.
yeah. So depending on where the book is on the shelf or depending on the display, I will print this out and put it right next to the book together, like a little heart. And that would actually make a fun Valentine's Day display, you know, paired book, audiobook together. And it doesn't always have to be about books either. Again, so Rachel and I made this a couple years ago, which
Mhm.
we've seen circulating on the social medias. Um, Students love music, and I love playing lo-fi music in the library. And I don't know how this conversation came up, but we're like, we should make a whole bunch of Spotify playlists
Yeah.
and posted
Yeah.
around the library. So no matter where they sit, there is a playlist for whatever reason, right? Like a study playlist, a rainy day playlist. They could scan it and listen. And I need to update these, but
I think we
it's
talked about doing playlists for different books and then decided that that was
there we
difficult.
go. Yeah,
So then
there
we
we
just came
go.
up with mood playlists
Mood
instead.
playlist. Yes, that was
Because
the
putting that we were like, oh, we could do it with the books and like have them, they were like, well, that's a lot of work. So
it's a lot of
we work
work.
smarter and not harder.
Yeah. But I do like the concept of mood playlists because they can be applied to any day, anytime,
I
right?
had them in my high school and they were all around and the kids really got into it. They really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
Or at
love
least
that. And you
yeah.
could post it also
Mhm.
embedded like in the LMS as well on your website. So that's actually one of my favorite things about the library or the place. My kids know that I'm like a huge Spotify
Yeah.
lover. So they'll actually share playlists with me too. Like, you need to listen to this. I'm like, thank you. All right. So, because we have only have like about 9 more minutes. So,
My gosh, really?
yeah.
Let's okay, so this is something that I started this year at my middle school. So I did a lot of weeding in my nonfiction area. So I had one full shelf that was empty. And so I decided to keep them empty and turn that into an adopt a shelf. So I have this that I created in Canva, and the kids fill out an adoption form, which is super cute. Um, so they get to figure out what they want to have as a display. So they get to create their own, again, my LMS is Canvas, and it has a Canva link embedded in it. So they just click that little button, it takes them straight to Canva, and they get to create their own flyers that they then share with me and I print it for them. They pick all the books and then they get to display them. So these are the ones that we have. This first one is she did her favorite books, and the sign was "Why have friends when you have fiction."
Aw.
The second one was all butterflies. So she made a butterfly
Fun.
flyer, and then we have teddy bears that she picked all their books. And then the next one was art and artists. So
I
she
love
had a
that.
sign that was like why art is important, what you get out of studying art and looking at art. And the kids have loved it. They have so much fun. I have a group of fifth graders. There's four girls, and each of them is taking a season. They're gonna, because I have four of these, small shelves. And so each of them is going to do a season. They're all going to display them together. They're so excited. But the kids really love it. And the kids like, when their classes come in, they show them the other kids because, they all know each other. So the other kids get to see it and check the books out from there. And they're having a lot of fun with it. And it
That's
just gives
awesome.
them a little bit more ownership into the space. It makes them want to keep things, it's giving them a little bit more autonomy over what the library looks like, which I personally love. And it makes them keep it neater because they'll go over and like fix their own shelves. So then they go and fix my shelves, and it's great. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're having so much fun with it.
And what we might think might be on trend, they may not necessarily care about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did the Barbie Oppenheimer at the beginning of the year and nobody cared. Like,
Yeah.
nobody cared.
Yeah.
No, but that was around the time that the
Mhm.
news was like aliens
Let's
exist and all of
Yeah.
those got checked out. So
Yeah, I
it
took
just
that from you,
depends.
and the kids loved
Yeah.
that one. But
It's
yeah,
a
it's
hit or
funny
miss.
because that's when I was at the high school. That was when I created my TikTok channel and was
Yeah.
making TikToks, and they kept telling me like, you need to do more things that are on trend. It was like, listen, I am an elder millennial. I'm on trend for me. Like my algorithm is different than yours, and
Yes.
that's the same thing with this. Yeah, like I wouldn't have thought to do, art, but they're of that age where they're kind of figuring out themselves and what they like. So it's really
Exactly.
cool to see the stuff that they're into.
Exactly. Now, what happens when the books are taken off the shelves? I am for? I don't have a budget for a lot of display stuff. So I use those brown bookends and prop the
Mm.
books on top to help them stand. But I've noticed that when the kids take the books, all they see are these like brown things all over. So my ambassador helped me make this book has been checked out sign on Canvas. Super simple. But I think, yeah, there you go. So right, that's how it would look like, but print it
There has
out,
to be a
laminate
better
it.
way.
Yes. So now when the kids take the book, that's what
Love
you
it.
see. And then when somebody walks in, be it an administrator, a teacher, whatever, a parent, they see, oh wow, all these books have been taken. Yes, it's not just because they're there, just to be there. And then
Yeah,
of course the
love it.
students also like they love their popular series, right? Or there's a unit that I have to set aside books for, and the kids are like, where are they? So I had to put signs. If you see the sign, these books have been checked out, like Dork Diaries. Like, so I put it on the back of the shelf, right? Because
Yeah.
it's covered if all the books are there. And then once they take them all, that's the sign that you see. So if they see that, then that means, sorry, I don't have any more on the shelf. Like,
And they
that's
never believe you.
no, they
They
don't.
never believe that
It's
they're
always
really
like,
gone.
are they back there? Can I
Yeah.
check if
Yeah.
it's? I'm like, okay, dude. Like,
Like I don't have this like Narnia closet taking
yeah.
me to, like the bookstore to get you another one. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, they're cute. But and then another thing is if you have classes, you can use Canva to create rotation signage. And I did this in December. This is just an
Yeah,
example.
this I love. I loved when you did this.
Thank you. Yeah, it was around testing time and the kids were burned out and so were teachers. It's, close to the holidays. So I'm like, let's do some SEL activities in the library. Created these on Canva. The kids knew exactly what to do. I even put them on Google Classroom because some of the images were hyperlinked either to a tutorial or whatever. So if they couldn't scan it on a QR code to view the tutorial, at least they could have it on their laptop if they wanted to. And then I also use the timer on Canva to with the accompanying presentation to do the rotations, and they really liked it as well. And then these are just some other examples in like real life. The scan to sign in, what I use to print my door from what am I reading, what would you like to do? My kids
Oh,
still, yeah, check
yep.
out, to
Yep.
get with you. Our loyalty cards, and then our book dash service where the kids reserve books online. And then, yeah, but um,
So
Rachel
these
has a
are
really cute
my
example.
permanent displays. So I have named my carts. The kids check out books faster than I can shelve them. So I created these signs because for some reason, if the books were on the cart, they were almost afraid to get them. So when the books become checked in, I organize them, separate them on on the carts to be shelved. And then I created these check me out signs that I put on top of the carts. And then we also, of course, everybody has multiple book carts. So I named mine. I have Dolly Carton, I have Cartler Swift, I have Percy Cartson, Carton America. I'm trying to remember what else I have. I have several. And the kids love them, the adults love them. And then it's easy for me when I'm working with my kids, or, if they're asking for a specific book and, I'm like, oh, all of the graphic novel books that need to be shelved are on Dolly Carton. So rather than saying like, go to the fourth cart in the, go over there, I can say, go find Dolly Carton and look on there.
No,
Um,
I love that. No, and I was
I love
like,
that.
I had to, I'm thinking that I have to come up with like more modern names, but just to represent the 956, I don't know if anybody watches Drag Race, but there's a queen by the name of Geneva Carr. So I'm thinking Geneva Cart
I I should have Geneva
in
cards.
honor of,
Me too.
but
Me too.
yeah. All
But
right.
yeah, I get so many comments on the cart names, honestly, mostly from adults. But yeah, Cartler Swift is a winner. They love her.
That's the best. All right. So, in addition to that, we are an advocate for all spaces, and that even means in the restroom. So
Yep.
we actually borrowed this template by Howard K.E.B. Howard Keb. I hope, but anyway, the template shared on X. So thank you so much. We use this for our toilet talks, and we put it in the staff restrooms just to highlight different tech tools and library resources, so the teachers know more or less what the library has to offer. So that's been a really neat way for a display all
'Cause you
day
have
kind
a
of.
you have a captive audience.
Yes.
They
I'm
literally
like,
can't go anywhere.
with QR codes, I'm like, dude, don't pretend like you don't have your phone, but okay.
Well, and I create a wakelet with all of the resources that I have on the Potty PD.
Yeah,
That's what we call it is and then I'll send it out after I tape up all the flyers. I'll send them out
yeah,
just so
just
people
in
can
case.
click it later. I'm like, I will find you.
All right, everybody. Well, that is our session for today. If you joined us, please tag us on social media. We'd love to see your new designs, any inspirations that you grab. And just as common courtesy, I know that there are like a bunch of sessions that you're going to have an option to choose from. Just make sure to credit the people that you grab designs from and make sure to tag them on social media too. And thank you from your friends. Yay!
Yay.
You can reach me at Q the Librarian and Rachel at
Rachel reads.
Yay.
Hey, yes, definitely find us. We love Canva. We love sharing things. We love seeing what other people create. So
Thank
join
you
us.
all so much. Bye.
Bye.